What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Everybody good? All right. My name is Kenny. Let's get this time stamp out the way. Happy Saturday. It is June 12th, 2021. At the time of the recording, about 8:15 a.m. Eastern Time. So obviously, depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you are coming back to the channel, welcome back to the crib, big baby. As always, it is good to see you. Yes, it is. Absolutely. If this is your first time visiting the channel, well, first and foremost, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Nice to meet you. Good to see you as well. If you would take a half a second and go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you'll be notified when Uncle Kenny's got something new for you to check out. So, in the description, let's talk money. I woke up this morning and I said, what in the heck am I going to do a video about today? Because I told you I've been trying to pump out a video every day, at least for the first 30 days. We started back May 15th. And as I just mentioned in our timestamp, today is the 12th of June of 2021. So we got 3 more days before we touch that first 30-day mark. And I'm like, what the heck am I going to talk about today? So what I did this morning, I went back and looked at some of the previous videos. And I got to tell you guys, I'm still new to this YouTube thing. So I don't know if you guys could hear that motorcycle just went past. Man, it was moving pretty fast. But anyway, I noticed there was a lot of comments in some of the previous videos that I've never addressed. And because I'm pumping videos out so much, I'll look at the comments of the previous video, the video that I just did. So I missed a lot of the comments. And I guys, I apologize for that. It was not like I'm trying to ignore you, but as I put videos out every day, I look at the engagement on that particular video. And like I say, I'm still new at this YouTube thing. So I promise Uncle Kenny will get better. Okay, got my fingers crossed. I'm going to do better. But anyway, there was a lot of comments and questions about money. How much money can I make? Honestly, Uncle Kenny, how much money can I make? I'm struggling with this. Do I do it? I've got people over here saying, don't do it, man. You're not going to make no money in no box truck. It's saturated. Everybody is doing it. Put your money in something else. If you want to do trucking, transportation, get you a power only. You know, come on over to the semi side. That's where all the money is, right? So Kenny, I don't have a CDL. I'm planning on getting it, but can I really start with this box truck and make money? Man, that is really a great question though, guys. And listen, don't feel bad by trying to get an answer to that question. That's smart of you to try to get an answer for that question. I know, by the way, you guys are going to ask me, why in the heck do I have this on? Just understand, it's kind of chilly where I am. And by the way, it's AM, as I mentioned at the time this morning. It's a little chilly. But anyway, I don't prepare before I do my videos. So if you see me doing something like this, I'm thinking of an answer. I don't prepare. This is raw. It's real. It's Uncle Kenny. Guys, you got to ask yourself a couple of questions. The first question, well, let me back up. I don't know everything. I don't. And if I come across as if I do, I do not know everything, especially about money. I want to just tell you where I am in my process or in my journey. I'm going to be a little personal with you all today. Can we family, right? We can do this, right? But I'm also going to ask you to be personal too. We'll get to that. So for me, guys, this is my third business. And the first question I ask myself is, Kenny, why do you want to start this business? And I want to be independent. I don't want to work for anybody. Some of us obviously start that way, and some of us are fine with that. But I'm just telling you about me. Again, this is just personal. I'm talking specifically about me, and I'm not telling you what to do. I am specifically letting you I'm letting you get to know me. I'm being honest here. I did not want to work for anybody. Not that I think I'm better than anybody else or I'm too good to work for anybody. None of that. I just wanted to control my own destiny. I didn't want to walk into a business and they say, hey, Kenny, we can no longer use you. We're letting you go, whether it was something I did or just they want to make a change. That message obviously will affect my livelihood. And I'm going to be honest, I really feared that for a long time. I mean, it's like, what am I going to do? And I've been in communication for 32 years, maybe a little bit longer now. And I think I've shared that before. So communication, I've done that for the majority of my life. And I obviously do that because I love it. I really do. I enjoy it a lot. But I'm working for somebody else. They cut the check. And at any day, they can stop cutting that check. And that scared the hell out of me, excuse my language. And I wanted to be in control. I knew I wasn't going to fire myself. And the more I looked into being a business owner, entrepreneur, whatever you want to call it, it became more and more attractive to me. Still love what I do. I'm still doing it to this day. Radio, that is. But what I did is I piggybacked off of that and started a media consulting firm. That's mine. I own that. And then I started some other businesses, research, real estate, and some other things. But so this box truck is business number 3. But I wanted to be in control of my own destiny, guys. I wanted to control Kenny. And so that's why I'm doing business in general. Forget the box truck for me. That's why I'm in business. For me, I'm talking about me. Some people, most people, the reasons will be different. And maybe your reason is the same. So now, what can I do? I just said I've done communication through over 3 decades. So what is it that I can do? What am I qualified to do? What do I like to do? I like to make money. Heck, I think I've adopted that as a hobby. I like to make money. I don't necessarily like to spend money, but I love to make money. But anyway, now I'm looking into what is it that I can do. And I've got relatives that's in the trucking business. None of them in box truck, but they're in tractor trailer. And as I said, I've had my CDL since 2007. So I've dibbled and dabbed with tractor trailer for multiple companies. And I never liked it. Qualified to drive, but I just never liked driving tractor trailers. So I started looking at other things. Expediting, hot shots, box truck. And when I keyed in on the box truck, I had to do a few things to see if it was going to be a good fit. Number one, I had to look at it as if I was going to be the one driving this truck, because any day I could be the one driving the truck, right? All the other stuff could stop and I would have to drive my own truck as opposed to hiring a driver, right? So my first question is, can you do this? Would you want to do this every day? That was my first question. Then the second thing becomes, okay, well, now I need to do my my business plan, my startup costs, my P&L, which is profit and losses. I need to do my ROI, which is return on investment. I need to do all of these things. And then I need to find out, and this is where this is going to come home for you now. What is my obligations? Meaning, what does it cost Uncle Kenny to run my household for every month? What does it cost month to month to run my household? What's my expenses? Mortgage, car note, wife and kids, college. What is my obligation? What do I have to pay every month? Light bill, phone bill, utility. What is that number? That's an expense. I got to pay that, right? Number two, what is it going to cost me to operate this box truck every month, right? Do I have, did I pay cash for the truck? I'm going to look at that ROI, return on investment. I may not have a note, but I got to get a return on that investment, right? I bought the truck. But if I do have a truck note, and in this case I do, I wanted to build business credit. I didn't want to pay cash. Insurance, all the other expenses, ELD, fuel, hotel expense, food. So I've got my personal expense. Now I got this truck. Now I come up with a big number, right? Now I look at what is my potential earnings with this box truck. Guys, math is math. So if my expenses is $10,000 a month and the truck is grossing $9,000 a month, I'm just using this number as an example, by the way, then that number doesn't add up, right? If you need 10 and you make 9, that's negative, right? We can all agree 2 plus 2 is 4, right? And we can all agree that if my expenses is $10,000 a month and I'm only making 9, that's negative, right? So that's what I had to do. Now, will this business take care of A and B? And then I can determine if that's going to be a good fit. Remember, guys, I often say what's money to me may not be money to you, and vice versa. So that's how you have to determine if it's going to be a good fit. And guys, I gave you an edited version. What this business make is different. We can talk average, the rate per mile, depending on where you are. I'm coming out of Texas, so I won't say average. I'll say what I'm seeing is most cases $1.60 a mile coming out of DFW, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. There's some places where that number is greater. Now, can I get more coming out of Dallas? Absolutely. Can I get less if I want to take it? Absolutely. If I don't want to take it, I'm sitting still, so I'm making no money. So it's hard to give you a hard number. It's not like you going to a 9 to 5 and they promise they're going to give you $50,000, $60,000 a year. That's your number, right? It's totally different. And trucking. How do you want to run that truck? Are you trying to do local, regional, over the road? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to be a moving company? How are you trying to generate income with that truck? So it's a lot to goes into how much money can you make. We watch so many videos, and guys, listen, here's the other thing. I'm not out on the road in my truck at this point. So I really can't give you a number. And if we're being honest, I can't give you a number. I'm not running. My truck right now is waiting on me to get to Dallas Wednesday night, go put 3 batteries in it, and drive it around, get the dust off of it, put me some E-Tracks in it. I'm not making money. I'm spending money, but I'm not making money with my truck. So I can't give you real numbers on my end. Trust me, if I had them, I would share it. Because I don't think everybody always give you accurate, real numbers. But when I can, I will. I want to share that with you. But I don't have that right now. There are some channels where they're actually working, picking up load, delivering loads, and they're talking about the numbers that they make. If you believe them, then there you go. But again, your scenario is going to be totally different from theirs. Somebody says, so Kenny, it seems like you won't know until you get out there. Well, I don't know if I want to say it that way because that's really risky, right? You won't know until you get out there, and then you get out there and see it's not going to work. That's not good, right? I'm not going to say that. I think you can do a lot of research, talk to people. There's a lot of people in my circle that I talk to, especially on the tractor trailer side, but you and I know those numbers are totally different, right? Here's what I would suggest. If you are wondering how much money you can really make in your box truck, send me an email. Let's set up a time to where you and I can talk. This is not a consultation. I'm not charging you any money. It's just what I said it is. It's a conversation. But you're going to have to be willing to give me some personal information. I don't need your social security number, your routing number. I don't need anything like that. But when I say personal information, meaning you're going to have to say, here is what my monthly obligations are here at home, Kenny. Here is my situation. Here is what I need to cover personal stuff. Then we can start talking about what the truck needs to do. Does that make sense? Because, I can say something, but it's not going to apply to everybody. I don't know if that makes sense, right? I can say you're going to go out and make nothing less than $4,000 in 1 week. But you could make $8,000 in 1 week. You could make 10. You could make 6. You could make 4. You could make 5. Every week can and probably will be different, right? So if I give you a number, somebody goes, "Oh no, that's not." If we talk, we can come up with what you're going to be close, where you're going to be at, roughly. But that requires me asking you some tough questions and you answering those tough questions honestly. And we can probably, for example, if you say, "Hey, my bills are $50,000 a month. That's what I have to pay at home before anything else." I don't know everything, but I'm probably going to say, no. I don't know about one. I don't think one's not going to do that, in my opinion. And these are just, guys, example numbers. These are not real numbers. If your bills are $50,000 a month, I want to know what you were doing before you decided to get in the box truck. So these are just examples. But we're going to use this example. My bills is $50,000 a month. Now we're going to tack on another $5,000 a month for this truck expense, note, insurance, etc. It's probably not going to be for you. I mean, I don't, in one truck, I don't see you making that. In one truck. I could be wrong. Now, if you tell me my monthly expenses here at home is maybe $3,000 a month. Okay. Can I cover that? Yeah. And now, can I cover that and then make a profit, right? Because you got your home expenses, you got that truck expense, you've got what you made, what's left over. So, I mean, it just depends on your scenario, guys. Are you single? Wife and kids? Husband and kids? Kids in college? Are you retired and you're just looking for something to do? Pay cash from a truck, Uncle Kenny? I don't know your situation. So we just have to have a conversation. Guys, I put my number and email address in the description every single time for a reason. Use it. If you've talked to me before, you know I'm approachable. I'm easy to talk to. You probably know that Kenny cuts a lot of jokes when I get him on the phone. He should be a comedian. I'm easy to talk to. I'm very forthcoming. I'm honest. I will be quick to say I don't know. I talked to a subscriber day before yesterday. They gave me information. So, but I'm going to ask basic conversations that you've got to ask yourself. You might need to talk to a financial advisor, your CPA if you have one. Some of you guys may have never even dealt with a CPA. Some people may not even know what it means, and that's fine. I didn't know what it meant me. I didn't know what it stood for years. I always say there's nothing wrong with not knowing something. But if you're going to be in business for yourself, you need to educate yourself. Because it's pros and cons to being the boss. So we just got to have a conversation. You can call me, guys. Don't be shy. Everyone who's called me, I've probably kept them on the phone longer than they wanted to be. So, and I do a lot better when I'm not on camera, when it's one-on-one. So if you have questions like this, I would rather call and get some good information as opposed to just listening to videos, put an S on that, and just jumping out there, man, and getting my shirt handed to me. This is not to discourage you. It's business. So if you have a question about how much money can I make in this box truck game, honestly, just real talk, can I make money? Yes, you can make money. Now, how much money can you make? Is that enough for you? Are you thinking you're going to get rich off of one box truck? Now, you may be spiritually rich, but I mean, you're not going to get rich on one box truck, in my opinion. But again, What is rich to you? Because I think there's rich and there's wealth. You can be rich and go broke quickly. Wealth is pretty hard to go broke. There's the difference, in my opinion. So, let's talk money. Email is in the description, phone number as well. If you want to email me so we can schedule some time to have a talk. I'm not saying a consultation because I do not charge you a dime at all. I don't ask you for anything, meaning I won't. I just want to help. And sometimes helping you helps me. Okay? So if you really, really, really want to know how much money you can make in this box truck lane, in this business, send me an email and let's set up some time to call or call me. Like I say, it's Saturday, June 12th, 2021. I got a couple appointments later on this afternoon outside of Box Truck. But you can call me and we'll talk. Or if you feel more comfortable sending me an email. Now, if you send me an email and it's this long, I'm probably going to say, let's jump on a call for me to answer that question. Okay? Guys, I'm being honest, and I know I'm probably all over the place and I probably missed a lot of things, but that's because we need to probably have a conversation. If you want to know how much money you can make in your box truck, let's figure out how much money needs to go out first. What do you have to pay every month? What's your home life situation? You getting ready to get married? Getting ready to get divorced? I don't know what your situation is. If you're comfortable sharing that with me, then, I can tell you what I think. But I guarantee you there's no situation that I have probably not either lived through or have heard about before. And it's all confidential, just me and you talking, just you and me, old Uncle Kenny. And we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. First, we're going to figure out if this is a business for you. Do you see yourself behind the wheel every day, up to 11 hours a day? You can work 14, but driving, up to 11 hours a day. Because that's how you guys are making money. Are you going to be the one to drive? Are you going to entrust your truck with somebody else? You watched the video yesterday on ways of getting drivers, if that's the way you choose to go. I know I had one commenting that she was looking to get a driver because she wasn't going to drive it. And so everybody's situation is different. I don't know yours. And it's hard for me to address everything, especially things that requires a lengthy response and a comment on YouTube. So that's why I encourage you to send me an email so we can talk. And you might walk away with like, man, Kenny, man, he told me some stuff I didn't think about. He's right. Yeah, or he's wrong. Man, I knew this video was going to be long. When you start talking about money, man, this video can go forever. But you have to know, guys, first, what is your daily responsibility? Are you able to be out in this truck? If you have a driver, are you able to be in constant contact with this driver? What do you have to do? Are you going to work every day? Do you have kids at home? Do you have a husband, a wife? What's your situation? How much is your light bill? How much is your mortgage or your rent? How much is your car note or car notes? You got to be honest and tell me what the situation is. And then we can figure it out, if you want to share that. If you don't want to share that, I understand and respect that too. But you're going to have to have that conversation with yourself or somebody. Because in order to determine if what's coming in is going to be enough, you have to know what's going out. Does that make sense? It's got to come in before it goes out. And then once it goes out, you need something to come back in so it can go out again, right? Math is math. No matter what you're doing, math is math. And math don't lie. I don't care how you write down 2 + 2. It's always going to be 4. So, what are your obligations, man? What are you trying to do? What are you hoping that box trucks can do for you? Is this a entry level to, elevate to something else in transportation, whether that's tractor trailer? Are you doing this and eventually going to go get your CDL? What's your thought process? What are you thinking? Man, Uncle Kenny done did it again. Got me thinking. Yeah, guys, I mean, we talk about rate per mile. Average miles, guys, in my opinion, I'm not out there, but when I was out there, most solo drivers, 2,500 to 3,000 miles per week. I always do things on the low end. Pick a number, whether that's $1.60 times 2,500. What's that number? Hold on. Get my little phone here so I can pull up the calculator. Hang on. By the way, guys, you're not going to make $1.60 on every load, so please don't take that as like, oh, I'm only going to make $1.60. I'm just using $1.60. $1.60 times 2,500 is $4,000. So if you were doing $1.60 every day for the week, well, not every day for the week because it's 5 days or 7 days. 2,500 miles at $1.60 will give you $4,000. So if you wanted to do that times 4, that's $16,000 gross for that month. That's an example. You're gonna get a load that may pay you $1.85. You may get you one that's $2. You may get $2.50. You may get $1.50 if you choose to take it. So that's just numbers there that I'm just playing with. But average miles you're gonna do is 2,500 to 3,000 miles. If you're doing, but here's the deal: you may get a load that's going almost 3,000 miles. One load. May get one that's going 400 miles, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, but average in a week is 25 to 3,000. So under just that example, and again, rate per mile is going to change depending on where you are and how much you can negotiate to get. So that changed. Let me say that again. That changes. That is just an example of me using $1.60. You might get $1.80. You might get $2. You might get, I've seen videos where I've gotten $2.80. I've gotten almost $3 a mile. That varies from load to load. I'm just using that as an example before the comments start. Example. So, but average miles, in my opinion, is 2,500 to 3,000 miles in a week. That's what I've seen. But you can't control the weather. You certainly can't control the traffic. There's all kinds of things out there, guys, on the road. OTR. It's a mother, right? Over the road, man. It could be anything. But that's what I've seen to be average in terms of how many miles you can do in a week's time. 2,500 to 3,000 miles. Now, what did you get? Rate per mile for that 25 or 3,000 miles, 2,500 to 3,000 miles. That's going to be your number. Okay? I'm sharing what I've seen, what I've heard, and when I was driving a tractor trailer, what I was able to do. There's someone out there that's doing more than what I just said, better or worse. They know more than I do. I'm just sharing what I did and what I saw when I was out there. Okay? So, I hope this has helped somebody. Gratification for me is if one person, one, not two, but if 2 is great, 3 is better, 4, look, but 1 is gratification. That makes me keep coming back to doing more videos. If it helped one person, that's a blessing, man. It really is, because I want to help you. That's it. And you may be able to help me and give me some information. So if you want to know how much money you can make, don't call Tyrone, call Uncle Kenny. You can also email me. That information is in the description below. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Thank you for spending time with Uncle Kenny today. I appreciate that love, man. Love right back to you. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the channel. I always say without you, there would be no me. I would be here talking to myself. You choose to keep coming back to my channel, whether it's to like it or not like it. I appreciate it. I mean that. So, subscribe. That's important. And we'll talk soon. Tough times don't last forever. Tough people always do. Money does not come with instruction. There was something else I wanted to leave with you, but money doesn't come with instruction, so you got to be smart in your decision-making process. Patience, discipline, having a plan. There was something I wanted to share with you guys. I'm sorry. I should have already had this put up here. Give me a second. Let me see if I have this. Wait a minute. I may not be able to find it. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to find this here. Okay, here it is. I got it. Someone shared this with me earlier today, and I said, let me share this with you guys. It says, the only place where your dreams become impossible. So let me read that again. The only place where your dreams become impossible is in your own thinking. Yeah, I was like, man. So think positive. You know, there's always going to be naysayers and people pulling you the other way. The only place where your dreams become impossible is in your own thinking. Yeah. You're going to be okay, guys. It's going to be a good business for you, but just do your research. Reach out. Let's have a real honest conversation. We're going to try to talk in 24 hours. 24 hours. Take care.